Hey guys, what is up? So welcome to another video. It's just gonna be like a really small video. It's like a tip and trick kind of video. Okay, so you can see that I have kind of like this kind of an effect. Okay. So now what's gonna happen is I mean if I just delete every single attribute, I like cleaning up my scene and save some like some cache sizes. Now what's gonna happen is imagine that if you have to add like a random PScale. So if I just do this, then if I just go ahead and like, okay, so you can see that I have the p-scale, right? So there's no way that you can actually, kind of like see the p-scale of exactly how many points are there. That's what I'm saying. So if I just go ahead and kind of like add the camera, and I would just go ahead and add an environment light. Now if I go ahead and I click on render, I'm using Mantra by the way. Let's do render, and we're gonna see that you're gonna have random p-scales for all the points, of course. So it's 720p render. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So you can see that I'm having, like this really, really p-scale kind of a thingy going on to make it even smaller. So you can see that, I mean, we do have a problem unless we render it or unless we do, something like this, which it's really hard to see. Now you can actually see how big are the, I mean, are the points, right? So you just go ahead and hide. Yeah, now we can see actually how big the points are. Okay, so, but there's no other way that you can actually see it in the viewport, right? So they all look same. Now you can see the p-scale size. Okay, there you go. But this becomes like really heavy, It's like what, 10 million points, which is like really unnecessary. It's not even required for this thing. So there's a way that you can actually check it. Just hit D, go to the viewport settings. I mean display settings. So go to geometry, then you can change it to disks. So as soon as you click the disks, you can actually see how big your points are going to be. Then when you go to render, you can get the approximate version of how it's going to look like on the viewport. Okay, so now if I increase this, you can see that it is increasing. I have set it to disks, okay? Not pixel, not lines, not lit spheres. Disks, okay? By default, it's set to points. Points is like a uniform size for like all the points. If you set it to 3, it's become 3 for everything. It becomes like 1, it becomes 1 for everything. Yeah, there you go. This will do. So you can see that this is what's going on. Now, if you go to render and you just refresh the viewport, you can see that this is what exactly it is looking in here. Okay, right there. There's a bit of a like, color problem. It's fine. So yeah. So there's one way of kind of like doing it that you set this whole thing to kind of disks. Then what's going to happen is it will show you the exact same size of the p-scale. And recently, like today itself, my FX supervisor showed me another way of doing it. You just have to add an attribute wrangle. You go there. Then you're going to have to set it to disks. You can set it to points first if you want. Then you have to set it to detail attribute. Then you go to at gl underscore. Then you put it sphere points equals to 1. Okay, so yeah, so if you just write in gl underscore sphere points equals 1, you can actually see how it's gonna look like in the render. So if you kind of like go right there and you change the p-scale, you can see that p-scale is changing. You know what I'm saying? See that? Smaller are smaller and the biggers are getting bigger and stuff like that. This is kind of like really helpful. I mean, if you do this, then you don't actually have to, keep stitching between points and disks. All right, so you can actually use this wrangle if you want to. But there's a problem with not this one, the other method. I'll show you what that is if you actually have uh, chosen to use this disk option. Okay, this is gonna work, not a problem. But if you don't have the p-scale attribute, it's gonna go crazy. So see, look, I don't have the p-scale attribute. So look at this. It's just gone wild now. All right. So this will only work if you have the p-scale value there is. If you don't have it, then if you have close up, this is what it'll look like. So just be careful about it. It's really painful to actually go back and forth and change to points and then this again, then points and stuff like that. So you wouldn't want to do it. So what you can do is you can actually set it to points, and then you can come to this GL underscore sphere points equals 1. Okay, so GL, I think it's because of OpenGL. That's why it says GL. I think so. I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, so something really important if you are working with lots and lots of particles, if you're not sure how it's going to look like on the render, so you can actually choose this like one of these two ways to get you know what I mean, checked how your entire particles are going to look like in the render. If you're confused, it's way better than, you know, like copy to points or copy stamping and stuff like that, or like instancing to see how big these points, or they're going to be like spheres and stuff like that. And so I hope this helps. I'll see you guys in another video, another lesson. All right. Have fun and goodbye.